Hey guys, welcoming you to Banker's Den, an authentic channel to get banking information from a professional banker. In this video, I'll be introducing you to the fundamentals of bank so that we can understand what's a bank, why do we need it, what are some of the major functions or segments in a bank, and what are the various type of banks in India.
So, what's a bank? It is a dealer of money. Since it deals with money of public, it is required to be regulated either by the government or its agency which is established for this specialized task. Fundamentally, it takes money from one person and gives it to someone else. The person giving money to bank gets the interest on the sum and the person borrowing the same pays the interest. Did you know? The concept of banking seemed to have started with grains as collateral in barter system. Lenders from ancient Greece in the time of Roman Empire are assumed to have innovated acceptance of deposit or changing money. There are archaeological evidences of money lending found from India and China for the above mentioned period. So why do we need banks? The answer to this question can be given by answering three fundamental questions that we ask ourselves. How to make best use of our money? Whom should we trust while handing over our hard earned money? What if someone runs away with the same? So, the natural answer is being an expert, bank can manage our money better. It understands how much risk or return I may be okay with. It is a highly regulated entity and keeps our money safe. It also knows very well how and where to invest and generate higher return for its customer by lending to people who can fetch higher return. Did you know Reserve Bank of India is a banking regulator and a government's bank in India? Banks can practically take care of each and every financial need of an individual or corporate. Given the varied profile of customer the banks deal with, operations of a bank can be divided into two broad categories, which are retail banking and wholesale banking. At times, wholesale banking is also known as corporate banking. Whether the bank is taking money as deposit or lending the same in the form of a loan, it primarily deals with individuals or small businesses in retail banking, while in corporate banking, they deal with large corporates or global conglomerates in manufacturing or service sectors. The banking products are also designed or offered as per the need of the customer in respective segments. Typically, an individual or small business would need saving or current account to deposit their money. It may at times need currency exchange. On the borrowing front, they may need personal loan, education loan, home loan, credit card, or small business loan. On the other hand, the large corporate or wholesale banking clients may need banks to handle frequent collection of their money received from the customers and payments to their vendors, loan for capacity expansion, working capital, or merger and acquisition loans, to name a few. There would always be companies which are in growth phase and categorized by banks as emerging corporates. These would be placed somewhere between both the segments. Their needs typically change with their growth. We spoke about various segments within a bank and typical products offered by them. There are banks known as universal banks, which, from regulatory perspective, are eligible to offer all the products to their clients and present across all client segments in the financial sector. In India, there are multiple types of banks as per the banking regulation and differentiated licenses issued by RBI. Most common term heard by most of you would be a scheduled commercial bank. Banks with a minimum capital criteria finding place in second schedule of RBI Act 1934 are known as scheduled banks. These banks are also eligible to take loans from RBI. The next category of the bank is commercial bank. As the name suggests, these are for profit banks and could be scheduled or not scheduled. The another category of the banks are regional rural banks, which are categorized as scheduled commercial banks set up by the government in each states to ensure banking penetration in rural areas. India also has cooperative banks, which are not supervised by RBI, but the responsibility of supervision lies with the respective state. RBI in 2015 also came up with differentiated banking licenses in India, which is one of its kind. It gave birth to small finance banks and payment banks. Small finance banks, as per the regulation, needs to lend at least 75% of their net bank credit to targeted sector, which is also known as priority sector, and would have majority presence in non-metro cities. On the other hand, payment banks can only facilitate payments and not allowed to assume any credit risk. However, they are allowed to sell premium based products.
Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed the content. Please subscribe to my channel for watching the next video on banking and its concepts. Thank you.